Mole owes Liverpool another apology for latest VAR error as IFAB rules are announced. The consistency of referees' decision-making in the Premier League has been called into question on numerous occasions. This weekend, Brighton midfielder Pascal Gross was at the centre of controversy over an incident that should have resulted in a sending off under IFAB rules. The incident is a clear scenario that violates the rules of the game as stipulated by the International Football Association Board, raising questions about the decision-making process of referees and the use of VAR in the Premier League. According to the IFAB rule, where a player commits an infringement within his own penalty area which prevents a clear goal-scoring opportunity against an opponent and the referee awards a penalty kick, the offending player shall be cautioned if the infringement is an attempt to play the ball or a challenge for the ball. In all other cases, the offending player must be sent off. Gross' foul on Dominic Szoboszlai was a clear example of a clear goal-scoring opportunity denied by dragging the Hungarian to the ground as he was about to play the ball in front of the goalkeeper. When Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk was sent off for a foul on Alexander Isak outside the penalty area, it was a baffling inconsistency, even though Van Dijk made a move to win the ball. According to the rules of the game, Gross' offence was much more serious and should have been red-carded. But the decision was reversed and a questionable inconsistency emerged. This is not the first time PGMOL has been at the centre of a controversy involving Liverpool. The VAR scandal, in which Luis Diaz's goal against Spurs was not awarded to Liverpool, has sparked backlash, contributing to a growing narrative that some official decisions are unfairly biased. Despite such inconsistencies, Jürgen Klopp refused to be drawn into the debate. "I'm over it, I'm too old for that," he said when asked about it. Klopp's nonchalant attitude paints an unflattering picture of the state of refereeing decisions and the implementation of VAR in the Premier League. The denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity, as in Gross' attack, calls for a review of decision-making protocols and the consistent application of IFAB rules. It is high time for PGMOL to reassess its standards to ensure fair play and competitive balance in the league. Strict adherence to the laws of the game is crucial not only for its soul but also to preserve its integrity and reputation. Had it not been for the scandalous mistake against Tottenham last week, perhaps Liverpool would have walked away with 3 points and taken the lead. Then the sending off of Gross in the penalty awarded this week could have dramatically changed the course of the game and Liverpool could have consolidated their position at the top. But after 2 weeks of refereeing errors, Liverpool had to settle for just 1 point. Unfortunately, these refereeing errors and VAR are seriously damaging the brand value of the Premier League. Mole must find an urgent solution to this situation. Sevilla have concrete plans to sign Liverpool's intelligent midfielder next year. Stefan Bajcetic is fast emerging as a dominant midfielder at Liverpool under Jürgen Klopp, and it's no surprise that teams like Sevilla are keeping a close eye on the youngster. Signed from Celta Vigo in 2020, Bajcetic spent some time in the Reds' youth system before getting his big break under Klopp in the 9-0 win over Bournemouth at Anfield on August 27, 2022. Since then, he has continued to progress and seems perfectly suited to the German system on Merseyside. Injuries may have ended his breakout season prematurely, but Bajcetic is still only 18 and has the best years of his career ahead of him. Given what we've seen so far in the red shirt, there's little reason to think he won't become a star in the years to come. The 18-year-old is seen as a long-term investment for both Liverpool and Spain, and both countries could benefit from his talents for the next decade. According to Spanish sources, La Liga side Sevilla are also ready to sign him and see the youngster as a long-term solution to their midfield woes. Victor Orta has described the player as a perfect fit for their system and plans to make a summer move for his services in 2024. The player's current deal expires in 2027, giving the Reds an advantage in negotiations. Despite Sevilla's concrete interest, Liverpool are unlikely to want to part with their gem of a midfielder. Klopp is an admirer of Bajcetic, and it is clear from the confidence he has shown in the youngster so far. Bajcetic already has football intelligence and would benefit greatly from working with Thiago Alcantara. The Spaniard has taken the youngster under his wing, and the right guidance is having an impact. The mix of Serbia and Spain is good for his football. He is an intelligent boy. It's interesting that his father and Thiago's father play together. Thiago has taken him under his wing. It's an absolute joy. Bajcetic, who is currently recovering from an injury, is expected to be given a few more opportunities to shine this season. From what we've seen so far, the Reds have a potentially world-class player on their hands. Liverpool are rebuilding, and it makes no sense for them to sell a top talent like Bajcetic. Not only will Bajcetic have a promising future for the Reds in midfield, but he will also have the opportunity to play regularly at Anfield under a confident manager. In the current situation, Sevilla have little reason to be optimistic. Although the Spaniard has played as a defender in the past, he is really similar in style to Thiago, with his classy passing and ball technique in midfield. Given Liverpool's midfield overhaul, there is no spike in Thiago's style. Also, Thiago's injury problems and the fact that he is in the last year of his contract make Bajcetic even more important. The Spanish youngster could take over Thiago's role with his departure. Liverpool have made a surprise summer signing, and Jürgen Klopp can prove it with his big Everton move. Wataru Endo has entered his third month in a Liverpool shirt and has already shown why the Reds want to sign him in the summer. The Japan international captain, who recently played a key role in his country's second consecutive victory over Germany, has not had the easiest of opening games for Jürgen Klopp's side, playing his first 2 games as part of a 10-man squad. However, with his performances in the Europa League and against Leicester City, Endo helped fill the void left by the departures of Jordan Henderson and James Milner, and has emerged as a selfless player capable of making an impact throughout the campaign. While it may not have been the glamorous role taken on by the likes of new signings Dominic Szoboszlai or Mohamed Salah, a signing like Endo was vital to Klopp's hopes of building a team with a winning mentality. Endo may not yet be to everyone's liking, but it's worth noting that many of Klopp's current squad are taking time to adjust to the Premier League. Endo has shown on the international stage that he can perform against top opposition and has yet to replicate that form at Liverpool, but there are signs that he is a player who could shine with more time in Klopp's system. Against Leicester City in the League Cup, Endo's only 90 minutes for the club showed far more control than in previous years and highlighted how the Reds are developing their strength in depth. With Klopp favouring experience over youth in many areas of the pitch, Liverpool's standards appear to be rising. This will play an important role in a season where winning silverware is as important as getting back into the Champions League. There could also be more opportunities on the horizon for Endo after Liverpool's performance against Brighton, where the Japanese international's style of slowing the game down in the second half could prove beneficial. Now preparing to go on international break for games against Canada and Tunisia, Endo will return on the brink of the Merseyside derby, a game that suits his aggressive tackling. Klopp has reason to prefer him to McAllister in the number 6 position, as the clash against the Toffees will be a physical encounter.